I would say this one's a little more disappointed. Our first half was very, very poor. We weren't ready to go. We were down 21. So certainly I've got to do a better job of getting them ready. So it felt a little different than the Villanova game. We were ready to go. We jumped Villanova early, where we spot them a 21-point lead. Certainly showed great heart to come back, cut it to 2, had several chances to tie it, didn't do it. Our defense was really, really poor in the first half, and that led to bad offense because we're going against a set offense. We weren't playing with the pace that we normally do, especially at the Cintas Center. But give them credit. I mean, Ajayi's terrific. Bizjak's really, really good. I mean, Traore's really good. If they were healthy, they're a tournament team. Coach Mata's obviously gotten some bad luck there. But, just a tale of two halves for sure.
What was the key difference turning it around on defense in the second half?
The key was we played a little bit better defense, and that led to a little bit better offense. We're still not, we struggle to block shots. The free throw line, again, similar to the St. John's game, they shoot 33 to our 11. I don't think it was poorly officiated. We don't put any pressure on the refs to call fouls where they do, so that's something we got to continue to work on.
You've had several of these. Do you feel some bright spot, the fact that they're able to fight it in games like this, where is there frustration that you can't quite get to the finish line, or a little bit of both?
Probably a little bit of both. Yeah, I mean, you try very, very hard to not be consumed with the result, as silly as that sounds. We want to win them all. Very, very disappointed with the first 20 minutes of the game. A high level of disappointment, but certainly very, very proud to come into this environment and, win by 14 in the second half. So, yeah, I mean, we're close, but what does it really matter? You know what I mean? We got to continue to help them to see if we can push through and win some of these close games.
You mentioned Ajayi and his play. Just how much does his physical presence just change his team? I mean, especially early, it seemed like he really made a point to get to the rim and kind of use his strength to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Big East power forward right there. As I said before, like their roster, if they were healthy, I know St. John's and UConn are kind of at the top, but they would be right there. And watching them at Georgetown, you could kind of see like, whoa, they're playing at a high level, especially on the offensive side of it. So we loved Ajayi out of the portal. We tried to get him. We didn't have much of a team at the time, so we're trying to add 1 million players, but a terrific, terrific player.
In addition, they added Johan Traore as well. He really gave them a lift off the bench. Just when he's looking to score and getting to the line in that way, just how much of a different look does he give?
Yeah, I mean, 21 poins, got to the free throw line 13 times, 7 foul drawn. They're very physical. They're a very strong physical team. As we build our roster, like we got to have some physical toughness to what we're doing to match wits with guys like him and guys like Traore. So, we did our best to battle on the boards, but the free throw line in the end, very similar to that St. John's got us.
What do you want to see most in the last 2 or 3 weeks?
I just want to get home and have a great practice tomorrow. That's really it.
Malik kind of really charged your offense in the second half. Had a quiet second half against Villanova. Was it an emphasis to kind of get in nice situations, get him going to the rim? I know he got to the foul line 5 times.
Got to the rim a little bit better than what he's been doing. 5 free throws. Again, we only had 11. That's not good enough at all. But, he was terrific. Trey was really, really good as well. Malik had a good shot to tie the game. I thought it was going in. It was a nice play, nice screen. Just didn't knock it down. But, those 2 older guys, those 2 vets, they were ready for this environment. Obviously this is a big game. Butler, Xavier, and those 2 guys are ready to go.
Bizjak didn't have the most efficient game, but when he's using that pump fake and kind of keeping defenders off balance and getting downhill, just how difficult is he to guard?
Really, really good offensive player. Yeah. I know he got hurt. It's good to see him back healthy. But a very, very crafty offensive player, can make the 3, can make the little floater, and can get to the free throw line. All right. Thank you.
feel like we were just locked in, just tired of losing. You know, first started with the game against Georgetown. I feel like we played great. Today we already came locked in on like the little details, and everything just fell in.
In the second half, though, what was Xavier able to do to kind of take the lead away?
I feel like they was pretty hot. They were just making a lot of shots, so that's really what got them in the game.
Johan, both today and also the first game against Xavier, you're able to be really efficient down low. What about that matchup that they had against you were able to take advantage of both also today with the season best 21 and also last time 14?
I feel like I just go in the game with the same mentality of finishing, playing hard, doing everything that I can do to help my team win. So that's pretty much what happened.
Mike, it seemed like you tweaked your back late in the game there, but you also didn't look like you even had any plans on coming out of the game. Just what's going through your mind in that moment, and how are you able to tough it out?
I think it's my nature, just tough things out, man. Just play through everything. I didn't get the call, but hey, next play mentality, and I just try to get back on defense and try to help our team.
For both of the players, obviously it's senior day today. You guys have only been here for a short time. I don't know if you start. What do you feel like your impact? You hope that your impact will be on this program.
Just facing adversity and blowing through it. Being tough. Never get too high, never get too low. Just stay middle, and if it's a special team, there's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of injuries, and a lot of people missing games. But we just stick through it, and every day we just get better, and we just love each other.
Yeah, like you say, a lot of adversity, but just like I hope like everybody remember me as somebody that plays hard and care about his teammate and care about winning.
Well said.
Mike, you had early 7 points, struck the game, then you were really aggressive throughout the first half and the second half. Just when you get such an aggressive start, how are you able to really make that kind of contagious throughout the whole team?
I always let the game come to me. If I get hot, each game is different. So today I just got hot, and I congratulate my team for finding me. Getting me to great spots. But I always want to be aggressive. Put the pressure on the defense, and that's what I did.
Coach, Johan studies his career as a more wing. How much do you think those skill sets help him when he plays the center like today?
I'm sorry.
He studied his career as a wing.
Yeah. No, I think that's the thing. He's well-rounded, and we ran some actions for him out of timeouts today to kind of use his skills, and I'm just happy exactly the way he played, and this guy competed and played, and big force. He's been unbelievable.
For either of you guys as players, for a lot of the second half, as they're getting shots, you guys were still shooting 50% from the field. As they continue to hit shots, how important was it to you guys, not just how important, but how well were you guys able to keep yourselves from letting that demoralize your offense and still finding shots on that end?
Just being defensive-minded. We wanted to execute the game plan, and that's what we did. Trying to stop their best player, Trey Carroll. He's a pretty good player. He's still got 24 points. But just shutting down everyone else and making it hard for them.
Anything else for players?
All right, guys. Go get a rest.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Coach, it seemed like from the get-go, the game plan was to get to the paint. Coach Chino said they don't really have much of a shot blocking presence. So just how important was it to take advantage of that mismatch down the line?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of getting the ball where we wanted, and we created some drive opportunities for us. And first half we finished pretty well down around the basket again, and that's something we've been working on a daily basis. And it's one of those games where we shoot 11 threes, just sort of is what the defense gave us today. And I thought we were aggressive in getting to the foul line, and something that we do a good job of.
Before these last two games, you guys have really been struggling to finish, to your point. These last two has been a big improvement. And not just being able to finish. What would you say has changed over these last two, the types of shots you're getting?
I'll be honest. you look back, and we had those shots a lot of times. I mean, the Georgetown game, I think we missed like 12 at the rim type shots, but like I said, we work on it now. We make it a 5-minute segment of practice where we're shooting challenge shots at the rim, and hopefully we can continue to see the carryover there.
Coach, obviously, Mike and Johan both fantastic games, really led the charge offensively, but a guy like Jamie today had, I think, 8 rebounds. He had the last made field goal of the game for you guys with that 3-pointer, and obviously at the end there, that loose ball, get the rebound.
Right.
Just that type of impact that it's not necessarily going to pop up on the box score. He's not going to come in from post game maybe, but what does that bring to the court and just his presence to be able to really win that game?
No, Jamie is a winner, and I think that he's had some games. I said it when we came home from the Greenbrier in West Virginia. He was our MVP of those 2 games, and really didn't do anything that, as you said, people would notice. But he was tremendous. I challenged him to rebound the ball tonight. He did a great job with that. The huge 3, and he bounced right back with a heat check shot that we got to talk to him about after that. But no, I love Jamie, and he does his job, and today it was huge for us to rebound the basketball.
Coach, similar question to what I asked the players. Just what do you hope that this trio of seniors, their impact will be, even in just a short time as well?
Yeah, it's so funny. You doing this for a long time, and how senior days kind of changed, if you will. But I think these guys, hopefully, and as they said, just kind of everything, the trials and tribulations we've been through this season, and they just keep playing. They just keep coming in every day, going to work, and they're really everyday guys. And there's been moments that after that Providence game, where they came back and we just kept competing, and they're getting better. I think that's once again, you look out there at times and you're like, boy, this is a kind of a crazy lineup, but they're taking care of the ball and doing a good job.
Specifically with Mike, do you feel like there's a sense of like his physicality on the boards that you hope like will inspire other guys?
Without a doubt, yeah. I mean, that's something that we talk about all the time. Like, Mike can't get them all. And we need help, and Xavier's a team that shoots a lot of threes, 32 today out of 63 shots, and we talked about the long rebounds, and we gave up like 4 there at the first couple possessions, and then Jamie starts getting in there. Finn had a huge rebound down the stretch, but no, I mean, Mike's one of those guys, a contagious guy, just how hard he plays.
Coach, there's a play in the second half where maybe it's just our angle from media section. It looks like Finley would normally go to his left for a finish. How limited do you think he's been by that wrist the last couple of games, and where he's continued to progress?
It's bothered him. Finn today is sick as I've ever. He was telling me, he said, my throat hurts so bad I can't swallow, and I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you after the game. Just make your free throws. But no, I mean, like, I'm trying to get him on IVs right now just to get fluid back in him, and that's what makes you happy as a coach. I mean, these guys. They just keep going, and Evan was out today, couldn't play him, so we loaded again with 8, and proud of him.
You've spoken. Go ahead.
Coach Trey Carroll's been such a bright spot for Xavier today, and what makes him such a difficult matchup? Just because I feel like a lot of coaches will come in here after and say, there's not much more the defense could have done. They had a hand in his face.
Yeah.
Hand right there by the ball, he's still able to make some, nice soft touches near the rim.
Yeah, he is. The pace that he plays at, he just seems like he's got an unbelievable feel for the game, and at times he'll catch and he's surveying and waiting to see what we're going to do, and defensively, and just his ability to finish, his ability to handle with the spin moves that he has, and then shooting the 3. And it's funny, I didn't know this till we played him the first time, but a couple years ago we were playing Florida Atlantic, and their backup big was out, and he wasn't even on the scouting report, and came in and just kicked our ass head. So it makes sense. I'm like a get well card for him. But he's doing that to everybody. I mean, he's as talented as I've seen in this league, because he's very, very kind of like the kid from Villanova last year with the Lakers, Dixon. I mean, he can get you so many different ways. I mean, he's kind of a nightmare to prepare for.
talked about fight a lot the last few home games, and you've been really proud of that. But when you look at the results on the floor, what would you say you've been most encouraged by, or something you felt has kind of clicked, either today or just the last 2 games you're most encouraged by?
I think that just the guys' stick-to-itiveness and just sort of the growth of Fosa, of Jackson Keith, of Yame, being put into the position that they've been put in, and they're getting better every time they take the floor. They got more confidence. They have a better understanding of what we're trying to do, and I love that.
No one wants to see the injuries you guys have had, but as since the Xavier Robinson injury, you've had more time to get these guys in different positions than they've played. How much does that you contribute to just well-rounding their games?
Yeah, that's what we've had to do, to be quite honest with you, and because it's not the way we designed it. It's not the way we thought it was going to go. Nobody cares. We just and I think the staff's done a good job, trying to figure things out, and we got another quick turnaround and get ready to go to Villanova Wednesday.
Kind of the same question I asked to the players. As Xavier's hitting 3 after 3 in the second half, you guys are still contributing on offense yourself to keep the lead. What's the message in those timeouts, trying to keep up your own offense while they're just taking shots?
Yeah, I think, I said it coming off the court at halftime to the TV guy, a 19-point lead against Xavier is nothing. We've seen this all year, how quick they can put points on the board, and we told her, hey, they're gonna make a run. There's no doubt about that, and fortunately for us, we were continuing to score. I didn't think we had the zip that I wanted. The first few shots of the second half were short. We missed some free throws, and then they got hot, and a lot of times just say you got to make a miss. You got to be there, and they hit some tough ones on us. That's also true.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys.
Big man.
This would be a huge file, so you have to email us.
Thank you again for sending that.
We'll do it together. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay, there you go.